Happy New Year and happy Saturday from Tucson, Arizona. Welcome out to the Aztec Gymnasium in the Old Pueblo. It's an ACC-AC matchup between the Pima Community College Aztecs and the Chandler Gilbert Community College Coyotes, who come into this one 8-5 on the year, 1-2 in conference play. As for the Pima Community College Aztecs, number 5 in the country, 11-3 and 3-1 in conference play. We'll get you the starting lineups first. For the visiting Coyotes, it's Melanie Ortiz, Addison Horsley, McKaylin Horsley, Grace DeSchaff, and Macy Johnson. As for Pima, it's Rain Waugh, Lucy Fisher, Kalia Gonzalez, Kylie Sowers-Miller, and Malicia Nelson. So just one change to the final game of 2025 for Coach Todd Holthouse as he introduces Kalia Gonzalez into the starting lineup. She replaces Lucy Land after Pima came out on top in overtime against the Cochise Apache on December 30th of 2025. The Chandler Gilbert Coyotes going right to left across your screen in the All Blacks. Pima going the opposite direction in all white. The opening tip between Sowers-Miller and DeSchaff is won by Sowers-Miller, and we are underway from the Aztec Gymnasium. Waugh's got it now. Down low, Sowers-Miller between three defenders, hooks it up. Teeters on both sides of going in or out, it goes out. In transition, Ortiz is bumped. Doesn't go on the shot, but she will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. Melanie Ortiz, a 5'10 sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. Head coach for Chandler Gilbert, Mario Chutanich, has really turned this program around. Chandler Gilbert has been on the opposite side of the spectrum this year compared to previous seasons as the lefty makes both and gives Chandler Gilbert a 2-0 lead. A bit of some full court pressure applied by Chandler Gilbert, but it is easily broken by Pima as Gonzalez looks to take the lead. Left short, long rebound. Bodies hit the deck, and out come the Coyotes. Ortiz down low. She draws another whistle. This time it's a jump ball as Gonzalez got her hands on it. The possession arrow does favor Chandler Gilbert, who will keep it underneath the bucket with 9:17 to play in the first quarter. Horsley triggers the inbound to her sister Addison. She spins inside, hook shot doesn't fall. Sowers-Miller collects the rebound. Fisher wants it down low. Instead, Sowers-Miller with a jump shot. She knocks it through for the opening 2 points of the ball game for Pima. We're tied at 2. A minute played so far. Addison Horsley sizes up Kalia Gonzalez. Couple of screens, it's still Horsley. A blocking foul against Gonzalez as Horsley made her way to the bucket. Second team foul on the Aztecs. It'll be side out for the Coyotes with 8:39 to play in the opening frame. Thought it was going to be side out. Instead, it's underneath the bucket as Chandler Gilbert trigger the inbound with McKaylin Horsley. Time's running out. She just gets it into DeSchaff. Ortiz drives in on her left. Back outside it goes. Shot clock continues to wind down to 10. Johnson back to Ortiz. That shot clock back down to 3 now. Someone's got to put it up. Instead, DeSchaff took one too many steps as she looked to find a pass. And it's a turnover. 8:20 to play in the first quarter. Pima with possession in their own defensive half. Gonzalez. Nice pass down low. Sowers-Miller banks it in off the window, and Pima take their first lead of the afternoon. It's 4-2 Aztecs. 2 minutes played so far. Johnson. Ortiz, the southpaw drives in, too strong. Sowers-Miller collects the carom. Pima methodical in transition as A Nelson with a beautiful pass sets up Lucy Fisher, who doubles the Pima lead. That's where Malicia Nelson is at her best, is when she is able to operate not only in the half court but also in transition, as that three-pointer's way too strong from Michaelin Horsley. Another opportunity for Malicia Nelson to pull the strings. Another good pass. Fisher puts it up. Too strong. Gets her own mitts. Battle for possession. Fisher has it poked out of play by DeSchaff, and Pima keeps it. 7:12 to go in the opening quarter. It's been all inside. The damage done from Pima, and then free throws for Chandler Gilbert. Gonzalez wide open from three. Hits the backboard, hits the rim, and does not fall. Out comes Ortiz in transition. The Coyotes throw it away. Macy Johnson couldn't hang on. And Pima emerged with possession. More of a half-court trap now from Chandler Gilbert. But Pima able to come out as Fisher's mid-range too strong. Sowers-Miller up and in. Second effort from Kylie Sowers-Miller forces a Chandler Gilbert timeout, and that gives us immediate timeout. 6:47 to go in the first quarter, 8-2 Aztecs, as we step aside quickly on the Aztec Sports Network.
Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
Out of the timeout, 6:47 to play in the first quarter. It's 8-2 Pima, and a couple of new faces introduced for both sides. For Pima, the 5 that returns out of the timeout, it's Nevaeh Urenda, Malicia Nelson, Lucy Fisher, Cassie Coolidge, and Kylie Sowers-Miller, as Chandler Gilbert have a tough time getting the ball in, and Pima take over on the turnover to start out of the timeout. Nelson looks to inbound. We'll get to the Chandler Gilbert players at the next available opportunity, as a wide open Lucy Fisher able to find bottom, and Pima up to double digits. The 5 out there for the Chandler Gilbert Coyotes. It's Addison Horsley with Michaelin Horsley, along with Macy Johnson, Chloe Olberg, and Melanie Ortiz. That's the 5 for Coach Truchanich. Shot clock winds down to 10. The turnaround jumper way too strong from Olberg. Nelson with a screen. She's wide open, and bingo from Malicia Nelson. Pima now up by double figures. A 12-0 scoring run from the Aztecs. Ortiz too strong. Olberg too strong. Kylie Sowers-Miller all the way up ahead. Pima in transition, and they'll throw it away. Ortiz then immediately turns it over to Fisher, who's down low now and puts it up too strong. And she's fouled in the act of shooting and will head to the free throw line. The first Pima player to do so in the early stages of this one. Gabriela Sanchez comes in for Sowers-Miller, and Fisher shoots a pair. An 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Both Fisher and Gonzalez went to Mesquite High School, both from Gilbert, Arizona, which is not too far from Chandler Gilbert, as you can imagine. Second one is off the right side of the rim. Rebound over. 5:30 to play in the first quarter. Horsley stops, pops, doesn't drop. It ends up out of play off the fingertips of Sanchez. And Chandler Gilbert keep it underneath the attacking basket. Hannah Sarnowski comes in for the first time as she replaces McKaylin Horsley. Inbound goes to Horsley. Shot clock reset to 20 after the ball is poked out of play. Johnson hounded by Coolidge. Three-pointer underway. Not enough on it. Amanda Anderson misses the three. Nelson, no-look pass. Fisher, spinorama, blocked by Anderson. Sanchez gets the board for Pima, though. Halfway through the opening quarter. Urenda drives, uses the bank shot, but it doesn't go. Still, she's fouled in the act of shooting and will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And neither team has shot the ball well from beyond the arc. There's been no three-pointers. It's all been either free throws or damage done in the painted area. Pima with the size advantage. That's what we expected to happen with Fisher and Sowers-Miller and Gabriela Sanchez. As Urenda knocks down both. It's still a 15-0 run for the Aztecs. Can Chandler Gilbert find a way back into this? A miss from Hannah Sarnowski. Urenda upended by Anderson is forced back. Nelson directs traffic. Sanchez, surrounded by two, tries to force her way in, back outside, but one too many steps from Sanchez. And Pima turned the ball over. A free-flowing opening 5 minutes of the ball game. 2 fouls apiece. A lot of turnovers, though. Horsley loses her footing. Tries to call a timeout, but a jump ball as Urenda got her hands on it. Possession arrow favors the Aztecs as Lucy Land and Sowers-Miller come in, as does Waugh and Gonzalez. So 4 new players out there for Pima. The only player that stays is the point guard, Malicia Nelson. She's got it now with a screen from Land. First minutes for Lucy Land, and she took one too many steps. Full court press by Pima. Easily broken by Horsley, who's in transition all the way to the cup and too strong on the finish, but she'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair, and potentially a chance for Chandler Gilbert to end this 15-0 scoring run. Their only 2 points of the game have come from the charity stripe, so they have yet to record a field goal. 3:57 to play in the first. Gonzalez with 2 fouls heads back to the bench and is replaced by Tegan Martin, her first appearance of this one. And this is swished through by Horsley. Second one pops out. Nelson wants a screen. Instead, it's a handoff. Sowers-Miller down low. Only has to work against one fadeaway. Doesn't fall in transition. Come Chandler Gilbert is laid up. Too strong, though, by Horsley. And still, Chandler Gilbert chasing the opening field goal of the ball game as a foul's called against Chloe Olberg. Chandler Gilbert this year losses to Scottsdale and Mesa. Mesa currently 4-0 in conference play. They lead the pack in the ACCAC. But the Coyotes took them to overtime before losing by 1 to the Thunderbirds. As a foul's called against Tegan Martin on the over and back. We can take a look at the conference standings. As we mentioned, Mesa at the top at 4-0 in conference. Pima right behind them at 3-1. Before Phoenix College and Scottsdale round out the middle stages at 3-2 and 2-2 apiece. 3 minutes to go in the opening stanza. Next, Pima foul sends Chandler Gilbert into the bonus as this three is off the mark from Sarnowski. Pima with three primary ball handlers out there. It allows the post players to really set up shop. That's Sowers Miller who's got it now. Couple of bounces, spin move. Too much mustard on the shot, and it's poked out of play, but Pima will keep it with 13 on the shot clock. It does not reset after it missed the rim. Wall gets the inbound and drives her way into the paint. Bucket is good, but a charge nullifies that and sends things the opposite direction on the turnover. Waugh's second personal. Two of the three primary ball handlers for Pima in foul trouble. Kalia Gonzalez with two and Rain Waugh with two. 2.5 to play in the first. Fisher to check in at the next stoppage. And Caden Cosgrove, a new Coyote introduced to the public. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pull up, jumper, Sarnowski off the heel, poked out of play, off of the shaft. And Pima make a sub as Waugh does have to step aside with those two personals. Instead of having three players that can operate as the point guard, it's just two with Nelson and Martin. She's got it now in a wide open lane. Missed the bunny. Sowers Miller gets it back. Doesn't make it again, and bodies hit the deck. The chaos ensues, and out comes Chandler Gilbert with possession. 1:45 left in the first. Foot might have been on the line. They'll call it a 2, but there's the first field goal of the afternoon for Chandler Gilbert as Grace DeSchaff takes the lid off. Still a 10-point game. Fisher. They'll call a offensive foul against Kylie Sowers Miller, who was working on getting position down low. And the offensive foul does not put Chandler Gilbert to the free throw line, even though they are in the bonus. Good screen, sets up Sarnowski at the dish, but blocked from behind by Nelson. This is where Pima can really be dangerous, is in transition. Instead, Chandler Gilbert able to get back on defense. Fisher able to collect that pass from Nelson. Back up top is Malicia. Pass outside. Martin, high arcing three, finds the arms of Fisher. Shot clock doesn't reset. It's down to 5. Someone's going to have to hoist this up. Sowers Miller has some tough position and the shot clock violation. Some fantastic defense from Chandler Gilbert that time around. .7 on the clock. A pair of substitutes, Chloe Olberg and Macy Johnson, come in for the final little bit of the first. A foul called off the ball, and that will put Chandler Gilbert to the free throw line. It goes against Tegan Martin. And that's Martin's second personal foul. 3 guards in some foul trouble for the Aztecs. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye out on as the game progresses along. Martin, Gonzalez, and Wall all with 2 personals in the opening 9.5 minutes. Coyotes have capitalized from the free throw line as Sarnowski hits the first. 7 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Free throw, no good. Long rebound, Nelson. Urenda wants it. She gets it. Three-point shot is good. Nylon from Nevaeh Urenda, the first three-pointer from either team this afternoon. Final 20 seconds of the first. Chandler Gilbert to hold for the final shot. Sarnowski able to find some room, but her shot bounces off the backboard, and that's how the opening quarter comes to an end. A masterclass down low from the Aztecs has them ahead 18-6. We'll be back in a minute for the second quarter between Pima and Chandler Gilbert on the Aztec Sports Network.
I'm Brene. I am a second, third-ish year student here at Pima in the arts program. I am a first-generation college student. I didn't really come from a very artistic background. I kind of was just following my passion and my desires, ended up in here and fell in love with everything. I represented Pima at the Sculpture Festival in town this most recent year. I sold my first piece. I was really excited. For me, the strongest point of being here is the instructors. Pima is such a wonderful melting pot of people from all kinds of different places and ages. Renee, before I set foot in here, did not talk to anybody in class, did not talk to instructors really. My confidence was, almost at the floor, and now it's skyrocketed.
Back inside the Aztec Gymnasium as we flip the page from the first quarter to the second quarter. I'm Ryan Circuit. Pleasure to have you along on this Saturday for the first game of 2026 and the ACC-AC matchup between Pima and Chandler Gilbert. Both teams still going the same direction. It's 18-6 as we start the second quarter. Pima with the lead. Chandler Gilbert with possession of the basketball. With 10 minutes to go before halftime, an offensive foul called. It goes against Caden Cosgrove on the illegal screen. Great crowd on hand for a doubleheader this afternoon. We've got the women's side first and then the men's side between both Pima and Chandler Gilbert at 4 o'clock. Land thought about the three. She'll try just inside the arc. Gets her own miss, though. Too strong again. Sanchez offensive board. Too strong. And they'll say too strong illegally as she charges her way to the hoop. A pair of offensive fouls to start off the second quarter. Coach Holthouse can't believe it. And much like the first, a lot of fouls racking up in the opening 30 seconds of the second. Johnson carries on her way to the hoop, and 3 turnovers in 3 possessions to start off the quarter. Johnson replaced by Ortiz. And 3/4 court pressure applied by Chandler Gilbert. Broken easily by Pima. Here's Fisher down low, baseline, nice pass, Land from the mid-range. She knocks it through. Automatic from the mid-range is Lucy Land, and Pima up to 20 points in the ball game. Ortiz faces up against Land. Shot clock winds down on this methodical possession from the Chandler Gilbert Coyotes. Outside, three-pointer underway, rattles through. Amanda Anderson gets the first three-pointer of the afternoon for Chandler Gilbert, and it's an 11-point game. Pima go around the horn. Fisher and Sanchez want it down low. Sanchez forced to come up top. Shot clock winds down again. Nelson pulls up from the mid-range, and the bank is open for Malicia Nelson, who cashes in for 2 more. Through the hands of Horsley, and another turnover for the Coyotes. In that first quarter, just 1 field goal made from Chandler Gilbert. Nelson with a couple of screens. Sets up Sanchez, rolls around and plunges back out. Horsley. Inside, forces it up and cans it. The Coyotes have already made more field goals in this second quarter than the entire first. Nelson, good ball movement, sets up Land for 3. Off back iron, jostle for possession, out comes Horsley. She tried to go coast to coast, no whistle. Urenda. Nelson thought about the 3, looked at the rim instead. Looks for a pass. She finds a cutting Fisher, back outside, Land for 3. Off the mark and out of play. And we'll have some substitutions for both sides. In for Chandler Gilbert, it's Grace DeSchaff and Macy Johnson. As for Pima, Kylie Sowers-Miller, Jolie Nelson, and Cassie Coolidge. And Coach Todd Holdhouse calls a timeout. That sends us to the media timeout with 6:41 to go before halftime. You're listening to Pima Women's Basketball on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck Wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at ChapmanTucson.com. Put her chill right here for a second.
We do have the chat available to you if you want to interact with me or your fellow fans. All I ask is that you are respectful to both sides, whether you're rooting for Pima or rooting for Chandler Gilbert. Feel free to use it. Out of the timeout, 22-11 the score. 6:41 to play in the second quarter. Pima ahead, but Chandler Gilbert with possession of the basketball. Horsley straightaway 3. In and out. Just what coach would have drawn up out of the timeout as bodies hit the deck. Jump ball possession arrow favors the Pima Aztecs, who will take over. Coach Mario Trutanich really trying to get his side to hustle and find some open looks. And that's exactly what happened out of the timeout. As for Coach Holthouse, just more of the same from his side as it's turned over by Coolidge. In transition come the Coyotes. McKaylin Horsley can't finish the bunny. It's poked out of play. The Coyotes will keep it. That's 2 good looks out of the timeout for CGCC. As the inbound goes to Addison Horsley. Comes off a knee as McKaylin Horsley was hounded by Jolie Nelson, and a turnover gives it right back to Pima. Caden Cosgrove comes in for McKaylin Horsley, and Malicia Nelson comes in for Cassie Coolidge. 3 ball handlers back out there for the Aztecs of Nelson, Urenda, and Nelson. So Malicia Nelson and Jolie Nelson handle the backcourt. Here is Jolie Nelson, wide open from 3. Not enough on it. Long rebound goes back to her, and a foul called against Caden Cosgrove, who just checked in. 5:46 remaining before halftime. Cosgrove is then immediately replaced by Hannah Sarnowski as Urenda tried to double up her 3-point field goals. Instead, out comes Chandler Gilbert. Stolen away by Malicia Nelson. Urenda darts towards the hoop. Instead, Nelson keeps it herself. Missed it off the left side of the rim, steals it right back. Bodies fly across. Fisher gets it, whistle blown. And a foul called against somebody with Malicia Nelson still on her back. It goes against Addison Horsley, her first personal, the 3rd team foul with 5:25 to go before intermission. Inbound incoming for the Aztecs. Malicia Nelson seems to be okay. A little shaken up after getting hit on the noggin. Sowers Miller inside is foul. That's the 4th team foul against Chandler Gilbert. So the next foul will put Pima into the bonus for the final 5:19 is how much we've got left before halftime. And bingo on the first one. And off back iron on the second. Halfway through the second quarter. Horsley back outside, a 3-pointer too strong from Sarnowski. And it's poked out of play. Pima take over. Only 1 team foul in the second quarter against the Aztecs, which is completely different than the first quarter, as the fouls really racked up against Pima. Sowers Miller wants it, won't get it. Pima go the opposite direction. Nelson dribble drive, and an offensive foul called against Kylie Sowers Miller. That's another offensive foul, trying to jostle for position down low. That's her second personal. And a foul called against Urenda. So after just 1 foul in the opening 5 minutes of the quarter, Pima with back-to-back fouls in about 2 seconds. Half court set for CGCC. McKaylin Horsley finds her sister Addison, who drives in too strong off the top of the backboard. Stolen away and given away, though, by Jolie Nelson, and back come the Coyotes. Horsley. Here's McKaylin Horsley on the jumper. A bullseye from the mid-range. It's a 10-point game. 4 minutes to play before the intermission break. Nelson finds a cutting Jolie Nelson, and it's poked out of play. Pima keeps it after it came off the hands of McKaylin Horsley. Land comes in for Jolie Nelson and immediately triggers the inbound to Fisher. Nelson and one. Physical play from the point guard, and she shoves her way into the painted area and cashes in for a potential one more. A chance for Nelson to double up the Chandler Gilbert Coyotes, and she does. 26-13 the score, 3:40 to play before halftime. Long catch and shoot three from Johnson is off the mark. Tough pass from Nelson is intercepted, but a foul called against Land, and that pushes Pima into the bonus for the final 3:22 of the first half. Caden Cosgrove comes back in as she replaces Macy Johnson. First one swirls through. Second one is off, and up for it was Anderson. Cosgrove loses her footing and almost throws it away. Shot clock trickles down to 7. Three-pointer off the front of the rim into the grateful grasp of Malicia Nelson. The point guard weaves her way into a dangerous spot and cashes in off the bank.
Hey, Denver!
2.5 to play in the second quarter. Spin move into a brick wall on the hook shot from Horsley. Pass down low, Sanchez is fouled. A frustrated Chandler Gilbert side as they believe that they've been fouled more than they've been whistled for, especially when getting into the painted area. It seems like every time they do so, they're hoping for a whistle. 2:19 exactly on the clock as Sanchez cashes in the first and puts Pima up to 30 points on the afternoon. Second one is good as well, and worth mentioning that's the third foul against Caden Cosgrove, and she's replaced probably until the second half. Horsley's pass to the shaft. Up top, Anderson pump fakes. Gets inside, stolen away by Malicia Nelson. Has some options, instead will wait for the Cavalry. Fisher, mid-range J, swirls it and pops out of play with 99 seconds to go before halftime. Pima with a foul to give, should they find themselves in a tricky scenario in the final 90. Coach Trutenich telling his side to move the basketball. Addison Horsley, good pass to the shaft, who makes no mistake about it. Nice pass down low. Sanchez cashes in as well. Some good point guard play in the past two possessions, one for each side, to set up some easy baskets for the bigs down low. Horsley with a screen. Can't finish the jumper. 13 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. The 2-for-1 opportunity has gone by the Seaside for the Aztecs. As Urenda drives in, is bumped and sends Pima back to the free throw line with 24 seconds before halftime. Urenda, the only Pima Aztec to have made a three-point shot, misses the opening free throw. And that's what's really impressive about the Aztec lead. It's 33 points on just one three-pointer. Really shows how dominant they've been in the painted area, as the second one doesn't fall either. Shot clock goes dark, 20 seconds to play. Floated up, no good by Horsley. Pima with a chance at a buzzer beater. Nelson rises up and off the front rim. And that's how the opening 20 minutes end. 33-15. Pima with a commanding lead. We'll be back at halftime for a brief halftime show to get you caught up on the first and get you set for the second half with stats and some analysis when we come back on the Aztec Sports Network.
It just kind of opened up my world to see what I want to do in the future.
What this program has done for me has definitely shaped me into the person I am today.
People start to grow, and you can see instantly. That's very rewarding.
I'm hoping to take everything I, get here at Pima on with me for the rest of my life. My name is Brene. I'm an art student here at Pima. I'm working on a self-portrait right now. I'm kind of a familiar face. I've been in and out of the ceramic studio for the past couple years. I've gotten lots of opportunities here. The instructors know me pretty well. These instructors are, some of them are, world renowned. They're little gems here in the desert.
I'm Hiro Tashima. I teach ceramics here at Pima since 1999. Some people never touched the clay before, having a hard time, constructing some kind of things. And then at the end of the semester, oh, you did this, that's amazing, So that's kind of, you can see the great result in one semester. It's very nice. Yeah.
I was going through a really tough time in my life. I didn't know how to express or use my voice in any type of way. So I asked any friend that I could, because I didn't have much money at the time, to get me any of their pants. And I was just going through everything and just seeing what all this denim has been through, every single pair of pants people have worn, It's definitely, kind of an eye-opener that we all go through similar things. I'm Brittany Newell, and I am a fashion design student. I have always been into fashion since I was a child. To describe the arts program here at Pima, I feel like there's so many opportunities and just so many good, a lot of guidance, I want to say. From any instructor I've ever had, I've got the best guidance. When I saw my final piece, just rocking out on that runway, the best way I can describe it is I felt resilient.
Anything I wanna be, I got freedom on repeat. Don't change, please, 'cause I love it just like this. Oh, 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 I love it just like this.
I'm John Swartz. I play percussion, so everything back there. I think the arts program here at Pima allows students like me to express themselves in ways that you can't really do in everyday life. I chose Pima because it's a smaller environment to jump right into right after high school. I knew from early on that music was going to be a big part of my life. It definitely makes me emotional sometimes because I'll just be sitting in class and sometimes when something clicks, it's like, oh wow, that's like, this is music, and I get to experience it firsthand. The instructors are really nice and they can really help you along with your journey throughout this art program.
It's a very affordable system that we have here.
It's definitely more of an emotional thing as well. It can help you mentally, physically, creatively.
I really feel like I belong here. I feel the most myself that I've felt my whole life.
Keep it light moving forward, okay?
Good. So you play in one boat.
Back inside the Aztec Gymnasium, it's currently halftime between Pima and Chandler. Gilbert 33-15 the score. As we take a look at the numbers, I'm Ryan Sirk, joined by Aaron Brown, our statistician, this afternoon. And Aaron, you can kind of run down the numbers. What did you see from that first half?
Yeah, man, I was really impressed. First of all, thanks for having me, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here in Pima Community Gym. What I saw in the first half, I saw great rebounding from the Pima Community College team. The women, they did an amazing job on the board. They doubled Chandler Gilbert in rebounding. I think that's the difference in the game is what we're seeing. 28-14. So they're dominating the boards. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, which is creating more offensive opportunities for the team. 33-15 at half. We'd like to see more from Chandler Gilbert. If they're going to get into this game, get back into this game, they've got to do a better job on the board.
Yeah, the thing that really stood out to me was how poor both teams really shot from beyond the arc. Only one three-point make from both teams. And, I mean, Pima only shot 36% as a team. That's not great, but when you look at the flip side, Chandler Gilbert only shot 19%, which is even worse.
Correct. And that's why it's super important for Chandler Gilbert to get on the boards because the shooting percentage has not been great, as we stated. And so for them to create more offensive opportunities for themselves, they got to get on the board. So Pima definitely has the size advantage, but, there is a thing called game rebounding. And, sometimes you might have to sacrifice on the back end in terms of getting back, but you got to try to get on the boards and get Pima off of the offensive boards so that they can create easier opportunities for themselves.
So it sounds like the key to the second half is rebounding for Chandler Gilbert. What is the key for Pima to really keep this lead or make it even larger?
I mean, I think they're doing great with what they're doing right now. They do a great job of focusing on Kylie Sowers-Miller, getting her involved in the offense. She has 7 attempts on the game. You want to keep her involved as much as possible. You want to keep her bigs involved. And I'm really impressed with number 24, Malicia Nelson. She's 5 of 6 on the day. She's also getting on the board. She has 5 rebounds herself, and she also is getting her team involved with 3 assists as well, leading the team in assists. So, and leading in points with 12.
All right, well, we'll rejoin you in the postgame to see how those numbers really stack up in the second half. As we step aside, we've got about 6 minutes before play-by-play resumes, and we'll be back from the Aztec Gym with Pima ahead 33-15 on the Aztec Sports Network.
Everybody should be inspired to go to school and chase their dreams, you know?
Go ahead and sign your letter of intent.
Aviation student Andy Perez can hardly contain his excitement about a big promise he made to Pima Community College.
It means a lot. I'm gonna put it up in the wall and look at it every day, and you know, it's gonna push me.
Just like the college athletes, Andy and hundreds of other students from Pima signed papers at the annual NC National Signing Day, vowing to finish school and stay on track.
The good energy, the environment, you know, it just pushes me even more now.
It makes everything feel a little more official.
CTE programs are so critical and so essential to the vitality of our country. So why not elevate those students to be able to say to them, you are just as important, you are just as valued as a student athlete is.
The ceremony draws in hundreds of Pima students motivated to enter the job market with confidence.
For me, it's like reiterating the responsibility to complete your work, focus on your education so that you really know what you're doing when you go into the field.
It makes me feel somebody care of me.
Pima Community College does care a lot, and participating in the NC3 signing day exemplifies Pima's commitment to students.
It lets them know that they belong and that we do want them here.
Anytime you make a person feel like they're valued, that sends a strong message to them that we want you here, you belong here. We care about them, we care about their success, and their success translates into our community's success.
Championed by Chancellor Lee Lambert and Executive Assistant to the Chief of Staff Gail Bell, Pima has been participating with the NC3 signing day for nearly a decade.
We're among the largest in the country for bringing in students and their families to honor them and their choices.
We like the students to know that they have somewhere to turn to when they need help.
Signing only a handful of students at its inception, Pima's event has grown to about 600 students.
It's a lot of teamwork and just a lot of communication between the faculty and the staff and the employers to get all our students here and to participate.
But I don't want to discount the importance of having a person who's on point, who's leading the effort to make sure all the pieces come together, and that's why, Gail deserves special recognition.
The NC3 signing day has attracted businesses and employers hoping to recruit some of Tucson's best. Bell and Lambert have some advice for other colleges aspiring to launch a similar success.
I want them to know that they too can get this many students involved.
Just get started, because this is about showing how much we value each and every one of our students.
All right, our next group of students, aviation technology.
As for Andy Perez, Pima's ambition has become his motivation.
I want to complete these courses and I want to complete the program and get my license. And today it got me even more motivated to finish this program, you know?
Hey, you are so silly.
Spark a love of learning and make a difference in young lives. Earn a degree in early childhood education at Pima Community College.
It's meeting them where they are, it's helping them grow up, it's getting them ready for the future. You can become a teacher.
Imagine the joy of a child's giggle and pride in their first discovery.
I did.
Find your calling like Sammy did as he ignited his passion for learning in the next generation at Pima.
I think that children need to have strong male figures in their lives. To have a male teacher who will come in and give kids those experiences of that a man can be nurturing, that a man can be loving, that a man can play with them and be there for them and teach them and guide them.
Pima offers certificates and degrees in child development or early childhood education in person or online. Classes are small, fun, and interactive.
So we're learning numbers and number recognition.
And number recognition.
You can also gain real-world experience in early childhood programs within your community.
With the Pima students here, I'm very impressed. We get to know them as a person or as a teacher, and we love hiring those students.
What's the first thing we do when we have paper?
We draw on it. Pima's support helps students achieve a work-home school balance. For Wanda, Pima made earning her degree possible while raising a family.
Pima really offered me the ability to work full-time and still take classes and be successful. My experience at Pima was so welcoming and supportive that it led me to continue my education even as a mom. Now I'm in the role of coaching the teachers that are currently under my tutelage.
I pulled a couple of different options for you.
Our advisors will keep you on the right track to success. They'll guide you through financial aid, scholarship opportunities, and help you build skills needed for employment. Students at Pima are also offered support with tutoring and career planning.
They can become a teacher, they can work at Head Start, they can work at centers, they can own their own preschool.
Graduates can also consider positions in administration, as a program coach, or a family educator. Pima Early Childhood Education.
Back inside the Aztec Gymnasium, welcome out. I'm Ryan Cirk for the second half of action between the Chandler Gilbert Community College Coyotes and the Pima Community College Aztecs on the Aztec Sports Network. If you are just joining me, it was pretty much all Pima in the opening half. As you can see on the scoreline, 33-15. And we'll see what both coaches said in the locker room as to what should be worked on, as the opening shot of the second half is missed by McKaylin Horsley. Kalia Gonzalez and Rain Waugh back out onto the floor for Pima. We haven't seen them since the opening quarter, where they both accumulated 2 personal fouls, as Fisher can't hang on. And a turnover from Pima gives it right back to CGCC. The 5 on the floor for Chandler Gilbert. It's Caden Cosgrove who's got it now, along with Chloe Olberg, McKaylin Horsley, Addison Horsley, and Melanie Ortiz. The missed shot creates an opportunity for Pima to go up by 20. Gonzalez stops. Now down low is Sowers Miller. She fakes the shot and then lays it up off to fiberglass and through, and Pima up by 20. The 5 out there for the Aztecs. It's the same as that started the ball game of Rain Waugh, Lucy Fisher, Kalia Gonzalez, Kylie Sowers Miller, and Malicia Nelson. Horsley eyes up the 3. It doesn't fall, but Melanie Ortiz with a long rebound. This time it's Cosgrove from 3. Olberg's third chance is off the window and through. Hustle play from the Coyotes as Waugh finds a wide open Fisher. That wide openness really broke down quickly. Nice pass from Sowers Miller, who traveled. In fact, they'll say she got the pass off and Waugh traveled. Regardless, it is Chandler Gilbert basketball. Transition moment again, sets up a three-pointer from Ortiz. Back iron, a long rebound again. Horsley, too strong. Sowers Miller with an easy rebound. Nelson almost loses it, just gets the pass off to Gonzalez. Molly still on the floor as Waugh gets bashed to the ground and heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Well, we've got a chance. We want to thank our sponsor for this afternoon's game. And that's Chapman Automotive Group, a proud partner of all things Pima Athletics, whether it's basketball, soccer, or even baseball that's coming up in less than a month. Chapman Automotive Group, a proud partner of it all. As Waugh's first free throw is off the mark. In that first half, Pima shot 13 free throws, made 8 of them. But the fouls racked up for both sides as Waugh misses both. Empty possession as Chandler Gilbert come the opposite way. Nice pass from Ortiz, wide open Anderson. Off front iron, long rebound Gonzalez. And Chandler Gilbert have done a good job creating opportunities to shoot the 3 ball here in the second half. They just haven't been able to get it to go. A fantastic pass from Nelson. Waugh's second effort is good and one. How did Malicia Nelson even get that pass off from the corner? She kind of gave the Jordan shrug a moment ago. 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Pima has tied its largest lead of the game and missed the free throw. Waugh can't get the 3 points the old-fashioned way. She'll settle for 2. Horsley step back 3. Swishes it through. Chandler Gilbert have obviously come out wanting to shoot the 3 ball. Waugh steals it away. Up ahead, Sowers Miller. Not going to score many points easier than that. Pima back up by 19. Six and a half to play in the third. Horsley works on Gonzalez. Spin move in the paint. Hook shot. Rebound Fisher. She's up to double digits in rebounds, and it comes off the foot of Gonzalez. Macy Johnson to trigger the inbound for the Coyotes. A nice pass to the charity stripe. Wide open, Olberg misses. The guard play in this one has really been the reason Pima has had the lead for so long, as a 3-second call against Sowers Miller gives the ball right back to Chandler Gilbert. She was camped in the lane. Almost turned over, and now officially turned over as a diving Olberg couldn't keep it in play. In the first half, 10 total turnovers for Chandler Gilbert, just 6 for Pima. But both sides have really struggled to keep possession of the basketball to start the opening 5 minutes of the second half. Sowers Miller fouled and to shoot 2. 3 team fouls against Chandler Gilbert, none against Pima. Coach Holthouse's side has really worked to limit the fouls, racked up about 9 in the opening 10 minutes. And then the second quarter, there were less. Didn't get Chandler Gilbert into the bonus, and here we are again, limiting opportunities from the free throw line for the Coyotes. Cassie Coolidge and Nevaeh Urenda check in for the Aztecs. Pima still with just 1 made 3-point shot. Anderson. Good ball movement from Chandler Gilbert, but got to hoist one up, and the shot clock expires. Nobody knew it. It seemed like the Coyotes were content just passing the ball around. Next stoppage will send us to a media timeout. 5:01 to play in the third. Sowers Miller gets a step, but another offensive foul. 3 team fouls, or 3 personal fouls, I should say, against Sowers Miller. Sends us to the media break. 40-20 the score with 4:50 to go in the third. We'll be right back on the Aztec Sports Network.
We'll move it to here.
Testing out his skills in robotics, Alex Phillips is a little envious he wasn't able to learn his trade at Pima Community College's new advanced manufacturing facility.
This is sort of what I would imagine the sort of facilities that like MIT has almost.
Phillips, who recently graduated from Pima, is checking out the new state-of-the-art amenities. Advanced equipment will be offered to students who are interested in automated industrial technology, computer-aided design, machining, and welding programs. This Center of Excellence has also impressed the local employers looking to hand-select Pima students to build their technology.
It makes us happy to come together with our students to show that manufacturing in this next century is a bright new future.
Phillips is so impressed that he wants to enroll at Pima again.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's an incredible facility. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
For more information, visit the web address on.
Out of the timeout, 40-20 the score, 4:50 to play in the third quarter. This is the largest lead of the day. Sarnowski with a couple of screens, hounded by Urenda though. Might have been tipped. It was not on that three-point shot. The Shaft missed everything and ends up out of play for Pima to take over. Pima in some rough water, but able to maneuver their way out. An opportunity in transition. One pass. Everyone touched the basketball. And Sowers Miller extends the largest lead of the game. Pima up by 22. Ortiz puts it right back to 20, though. Pima had a tough time getting out of their own half, but when they did, it was executed perfectly. Sowers Miller collects in between all defenders, left it short, but gets fouled. That's when Pima's at its best, is when Sowers Miller catches it in the paint. Everyone collapses, and Sowers Miller can either finish herself or find an open teammate from beyond the arc because of how much defense she attracts as the first one goes down. Sowers Miller, an All-American last year, misses the second. Ortiz ahead of the pack. Coast to coast, lay it up and through. The lefty finished with her right. And it was a wide open scoring lane. 3.5 to play in the third. Coolidge. Sowers Miller wants it again. She'll get it again before it's tipped by DeSchaff and stolen away. Ortiz stops, pops, and drops it through. A lot of Chandler Gilbert fans made the trip down about 2 hours south on the I-10. No look pass from Nelson. Coolidge gets fouled. It's roughly a 2-hour drive straight from Tucson to Chandler Gilbert on the I-10. And a lot of Coyote fans made their trip down of the interstate. I would imagine most of them will stay for the second game here this afternoon between the men's sides. It's a rematch of the ACCAC Division II region final from last year. Pima, in their undefeated regular season, took down the Coyotes and booked their spot in the national tournament. We'll see if the players remember that one, as a three-pointer from Anderson is too strong. Jostle for the rebound. Sanchez fouls Amanda Anderson. Two team fouls against Pima, 5 on Chandler Gilbert. So the next foul will put Pima to the free throw line. Ortiz. Ortiz back outside. It's DeSchaff. Chandler Gilbert have rebounded better. They've shot the three ball more, but it hasn't translated to the scoreboard. Third time, potentially the charm for CGCC. Stolen away, though, by Nelson. 3 Coyotes barking at Nelson, who gets fouled by Johnson and puts Malicia Nelson to the free throw line. To the other side of the court. Nelson, who already has 2 triple-doubles this year, is kind of teetering on the point of another one. At the half, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Almost had a quadruple-double in steals in one of her games. She swishes down the first. She's making a case for ACCAC Player of the Year. Still a lot of basketball to be played between now and then, but if you've got to vote, think about it. Second one swirls out. Land hits the underside of the rim. Gets her own miss again somehow, and eventually and finally CGCC can clear with Grace DeSchaff. Sanchez. Out comes Kalia Gonzalez. Nelson, left-handed floater. Sanchez gets fouled as she went for the rebound, and she'll have a chance to knock down 2 free throws. McKaylin Horsley comes back in to replace Melanie Ortiz. And Sanchez's first free throw is good. If there's one thing to nitpick about the Pima performance, and it's really been the same thing all season, is really the free throw percentage, as Sanchez knocks down both to make sure that free throw percentage does increase. But Pima's defense has been superb. The offense has been even better, finding open teammates and open shots. The free throw percentage could be a little bit better, as a foul's called off the ball. Third team foul. And the third personal against Kalia Gonzalez. Inbound triggered to Horsley. Outside to DeSchaff for 3. Nelson rises for the board. Coolidge wants it up ahead, but Nelson goes to Gonzalez instead. A minute to play in the third. Sanchez can't hold on. Horsley for 3. In and out, hit both sides of the rim before Coolidge collects the carom and is fouled to head about 84 feet the other way. Coolidge misses the first. But cans the second. As we mentioned, Chandler Gilbert so far this year lost to really the best teams in the ACCAC, and Pima's up there as well, but lost to Scottsdale and lost to Mesa in overtime. But beat South Mountain, who's at the bottom of the conference at the moment. So it's really hard to gauge how good this Coyote team is. For Pima this year, their only loss in conference came against Scottsdale. They'll face off against Mesa on Wednesday, and what should be a really good matchup as well. Shot clock goes dark. We've got 7 to play in the third as Coolidge rattles it home from 3. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Pima hasn't shot the ball well from 3. Maybe that will change their fortunes around. We'll step aside for a minute. Pima leads 51-26 on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chapman Automotive is more than just a place to buy a car. Our commitment goes beyond the showroom floor. We're dedicated to giving back to the community that has embraced us. From supporting local schools to participating in neighborhood cleanups, we're invested in making Tucson better for everyone. Because without the community around us, without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for supporting us all these years. Chapman Automotive.
.30 minutes played, 10 to go from the Aztec Gymnasium in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome back inside. Pima leads 51-26 with 10 minutes to play. Now as the Aztecs return to the hardwood, as do the Coyotes. The 5 for Pima, it's Gonzalez, Sanchez, Land, Nelson, and Coolidge. As for Chandler Gilbert, it's the Horsley twins, or the Horsley sisters, I should say, of Addison and McKalen, along with Grace DeSchaff, Hannah Sarnowski, and Amanda Anderson. Here comes Horsley. Good ball movement here from CGCC. Nelson steps in front, can't tiptoe the sideline, but it does come off the fingertip of Addison Horsley. The Horsley sisters hail from Bluffdale, Utah. McKalen Horsley, a sophomore, Addison, a freshman. And she'll remember, does McKalen Horsley, the last time these two teams faced off last season where Pima swept the Coyotes. A three-pointer underway, a high arcing one from Cosgrove is rebounded by Sowers Miller. Coach Holthouse telling his side to go. Coolidge catch and shoot 3 is good. Cassie Coolidge tickles the twine and puts Pima up by the largest lead of the day with 8:45 to go. Inside foul called, no shot. The first team foul goes against Lucy Fisher. She's teetering on a double-double as well. Already has double-digit rebounds. Now needs a couple more points for double digits in that section as Coolidge picks up the personal foul. make it 2 quick fouls to start off the 4th and final quarter. Inbound is good, and 1. Goes against Kalia Gonzalez, her 4th. And Grace the Shaft with a chance at 1 more. Pima with 3 fouls in less than 3 seconds. And the and 1 free throw is good. Nelson, nice pass from Fisher to find Coolidge on the floater, and that rattles through. Cosgrove tiptoes the baseline, but runs out of room. And it's turned right back over to the Aztecs as Urenda comes in for Gonzalez. Good ball movement to break the press. Sets up Fisher down low. Spins. Hook shot is swirled through. Flush down. 8 minutes to play. Sowers-Miller swatted at it. They'll say she touched it. And in comes Chloe Olberg. Olberg thought about driving in on Sowers-Miller, thought better of it. Shot clock down to 8. Olberg. Johnson hoists one up, doesn't catch iron, and it ends up out of play. Sowers-Miller. Nice pass. Nelson finds Fisher, who gets fouled. There's multiple things that really solidify Pima as one of the top teams in the country, but something that we've been able to see every game for the Aztecs is how well they pass the basketball. It's not just one player. Everyone seems to have eyes in the back of their head as Fisher gets the first one to go. It was a great pass from Sowers-Miller and then a better one from Nelson to find Fisher, and it sets up an opportunity at 2 points as she knocks down both. Pima up to 60 on the game. Tegan Martin returns to replace Malicia Nelson. Seven minutes to go in the ball game. Ortiz. And it's thrown away into the backcourt and out it goes. Coolidge triggers. Martin, down low, Sowers-Miller, surrounded by 3. This is an opportunity to pass, and she does. And another chance at 2 more points for Lucy Fisher. Foul goes against Melanie Ortiz, her 5th. And her day is done with 5 personal fouls. Micaiah Jenkins comes in for the first time as she replaces the disqualified Melanie Ortiz. Fisher, straight as a string. Knocks down both. Fisher up to a double-double. Schermeyer out there for the first time as well. Her hook shot's no good. Cosgrove boards it in and gets it to fall. Tipped out of play from Schermeyer. 6:10 to go. Inbound is tipped out of play. We'll do it again, this time from underneath the basket. Sowers-Miller. Again, this time she'll force her way up. No good. Second effort doesn't go either. Third effort is good. And one. Kylie Sowers-Miller, if at first you don't succeed, or even the second time you don't succeed, the third time is the charm, and one. Pima in dominating fashion is going to take this one as it's thrown up ahead to Riley Sword, who's out there for the first time as well. Sowers-Miller collects another rebound. She should be up there for a double-double as well. And she is. She's got 17 points and 13 boards. Trying to get 19 points. Instead, it's rebounded by Jolie Nelson. Jump ball possession arrow Coyotes, who will head the opposite direction with 5:31 to go. Sword tries her luck and knifes it through the net. Riley Sword from beyond the arc cuts the deficit down as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Martin, long rebound, ends up out of play and sends us to a media timeout. 4:53 to play, 64-34 to score. We'll be back in a minute on the Aztec Sports Network.
Chuck Wagon here, and football's hard. But finding your next vehicle at Chapman Automotive is easy. We've got 7 brands across 9 locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from. Chapman Automotive. Come visit us today or check us out online at ChapmanTucson.com. Put her chill right here for a second.
.453 to play, 64-34 the score. Chandler Gilbert with possession of the basketball, as Cosgrove has it rejected by Sowers-Miller. Up comes Jolie Nelson. Martin thought about the three, drives in and gets fouled and heads back to the free throw line. It goes against Riley Sword. And Martin's first free throw is nothing but net. This is one of many home games for the Aztecs to come. So today against Chandler Gilbert, then Wednesday, January 7th against Mesa Community College. That's a rematch of the ACC Division II Region 1 final. And then on Friday, out of conference against Arizona Christian Junior Varsity team. Wednesday, January 14th against Scottsdale Community College, and Saturday, January 17th against Phoenix College. All of those are at home. We've got a busy week or two ahead of us on the Aztec Sports Network. All those games will be on here as Fisher, easy as you like, cashes in on the easy feed from Alicia Nelson. 4 minutes to play. Gabriela Sanchez waits for her opportunity to touch the hardwood. Olberg goes through the chest of Tegan Martin and one. Land and Sanchez come in. Fisher and Sowers-Miller come out. Olberg can't convert the and one. A jump ball, Pima takes over. Arlene Ashu-Taker comes in for her first appearance of the ball game, the 5'8" sophomore from London, England. Three and a half to play. Good ball movement, sets up a Land free throw line jumper before it's rebounded away. Jump ball again. Chandler Gilbert takes over. Ashu-Taker tries her luck. Her first shot, her first point. Chandler Gilbert here in the second half has lived and died from the three. Sanchez turnaround jumper is money. At the conclusion of the game, we'll have a quick post-game show just to kind of talk things over with our statistician Aaron Brown and get you set for Wednesday against Mesa. Gonzalez comes across the timeline. Land. Hook shot no good. Cosgrove with the rebound, hounded before she gets it off to Sword. And the bank is open for Riley Sword. Her second three-point make. Up come the Coyotes. 100 seconds to play, and it's poked out of play. Sanchez missed the bunny. Another three-point shot from Sword, this time off back iron, and Land can collect. Coach Holthouse telling his team attack as Gonzalez finds an open Martin, but it's catches nothing but air before a travel. It's called against Lucy Land. Caden Cosgrove finds Ashu Taker. Her pass intercepted by Martin. Coast to coast, make it a missed bucket before Lucy Land gets fouled and heads to the free throw line. A chance for the Aztecs to go up by 30. Just as a quick preview for the men's game, it's the Pima Aztecs who come in undefeated against the side that has yet to win in the conference. But that's really unlike the Chandler Gilbert Coyotes men's basketball team as they look to get back on track by taking down the top dog in the conference. We'll have that one at 4 p.m. local time, or about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. So it's probably going to be more like 4:15 when we go live on the air. A half second separating the two clocks. And it's turned over by Gonzalez. 26 seconds to play. It's bound to be a fascinating one when Pima and Chandler Gilbert play. Another turnover, and up come the Aztecs. Gonzalez into the paint. We'll head to the free throw line. Chandler Gilbert will fall to 8-6 on the year, 1-3 in conference after losing to the top three teams in the ACCAC of, in no particular order, Pima, Mesa, and Scottsdale. As Gonzalez makes the second. As for Pima, they will improve to 12-3 on the year and 4-1 in conference. That will set up a winner takes first place game against Mesa on Wednesday. A quick preview to that one. Mesa currently 4-0 in conference, 9-3 overall, and have won 8 of their last 10 games, including an 8-game winning streak. They make the trip, again, about 2 hours south on the I-10 to visit Tucson, Arizona. Second free throw's no good, and that's how things will end between Pima and Chandler Gilbert. Final score 73-42. It started 2-0 Chandler Gilbert, and they did not lead ever again as Pima went on a 15-0 scoring run in the first quarter and never looked back after taking the lead early in the ball game. So again, Pima improved to 12-3 on the year, 4-1 in conference, and Chandler Gilbert fall to 8-6 and 1-3 in conference. A look at the final numbers. 5 players in double figures for Pima. Leading all scorers with 17 was Kylie Sowers-Miller, who also had a double-double with 17 points, 13 rebounds. Lucy Fisher also with 13 points and 13 rebounds. Also in double figures in points, we had Malicia Nelson with 13. She flirted with a triple-double, did not quite get there. 13 points, 7 boards, and 7 assists. And off the bench, Cassie Coolidge with 10, and Gabriela Sanchez with 10 as well. On the flip side of things for Chandler Gilbert Community College, they did not have a player in double figures as they shot just 26% from the field. Pima shot 39 free throws in the game compared to the Chandler Gilbert's just 10. And from the free throw line went 22 of 39, which was 56%. That's something that Coach Todd Holthouse will likely talk to his team about to improve upon against Mesa. We'll check in with our statistician, Aaron Brown, who sits down next to me as he provides some insight as we get set for the men's game in about 20 minutes after this. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for sitting down with me. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I think Pima closed out very well, obviously, winning the game 73-40. They did what they needed to do, continue to pound them on the glass. They had 53-30 in differential, 17 offensive rebounds. I think that made a huge difference. They did a good job on the defensive end as well, just making sure that they didn't get any easy buckets. They had to force up a lot of threes, which we saw in that second half. They had 8 threes in the first half, 17 in the second half for Chandler Gilbert. So they had to force up a lot of threes to try to catch up.
They obviously made more threes in the second half than the first. Just 1 3-pointer in that first half, and they really kind of lived or died by the 3 and ended up dying from the 3 in the second half. So we'll see if that's something that they want to do moving forward, or if it was just that Pima's interior defense was just that good.
Yeah. I think Pima really showed up, like I said. Malicia Nelson, she didn't shoot at all in the second half, but she did contribute in other ways. Had 14 minutes in that second half, and Kylie Sowers-Miller, obviously, she's dominant down there. She continued to score, defend, rebound, did it all.
Once again, your final score, Pima 73, Chandler Gilbert 42. I'm Ryan Sirk. For Aaron Brown and the entire Pima Community College crew, we say goodbye and see you soon in about 15 minutes for more Pima basketball